to Share and to Uplift. My name is Sumaya and I'm your host. I greet you with the greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum, which means may peace be upon you all. Welcome back, family. Welcome to anyone who is new here. Please feel free to browse through the previous videos, like, share, subscribe. Let's get into today's video. So some of y'all may be wondering, where have you been, Sumaya? What have you been doing? You left us with a cliffhanger. And subhanAllah, I just wanted to come on here with this video to let you guys know I'm doing okay. Alhamdulillah, I'm doing better than I was doing before. Alhamdulillah, and I just wanted to, talk about taking medical help and prescription drugs when it comes to your mental health. If anybody knows me, I'm not big on the medical institutions. I'm not big on pharmaceutical pills. I am the far biggest, not biggest supporter of it at all. If you know my history and all that I have gone through, especially with the loss of my son, Inna Lillahi wa Inna Ilaihi Raji'un Muhammad. So what made me start? I think I talked about that on the previous video, but I'll just get into it a little bit here. I started because, subhanAllah, I prayed. I prayed, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened that door for me. He lifted that veil from me so that I could see that there was something terribly wrong and I needed to work on it. And it was not easy to work on it by myself. And when I finally had the veil lifted after all these years of living the way that I was living and thinking this is me, this is the right way, this is what anybody can tell me, it's not making no sense and it's not true, and you just deflect. I just deflected all the time. No matter who told me what, I deflected it. And it's like, I'm so happy that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'm just very grateful that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened that door for me. Because once I sincerely prayed for the help, it lifted all of my worries, all of my bad feelings that I have for the mental institutions. It lifted all of that stuff that the same day, no, let me not say the same day. Well, yes, things started looking up the same day. Boom, I get a phone call from a social worker. Matter of fact, the same day I got a phone call from a social worker. And then the next day I was set up with therapy. Subhanallah. And as hesitant as I was to get into the psychiatric institution, not get in, I did not have to go there. I mean, have a doctor. Oh man, I was so hesitant. And even with that, guys, when I tell you that opened up so easy that my fears that I had was wiped away. And this is all had to do with filling out the application just to get into psychiatric services. Like I'm telling you, the application even changed, subhanallah. And so I noticed these signs and I say, subhanallah, this is the route that I'm supposed to go. This is the direction that I need to be going for my life. And alhamdulillah, I'm so happy that I did that. Having moving forward since September, when I started taking my medication, I have been on a journey. I am on a journey. And it's like it's a new life. It's a new book with empty pages that I have to fill up now. It's not the same. I'm not the same person that I was when I was manicky and able to do everything and just jumping around like at a drop of a dime. I could just think of something, do something, and I was all over the place. I couldn't even talk slow. Like now I can take a breath. I didn't realize this is what was going on with me because when you're in it, it's natural, it's normal. But to other people outside, it's not, and they can see. Because especially if you're dealing with it for a long time, it's been years. I've been trying to get into the mental health, to get a therapist for ever since my son passed away. In the lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. And Matter of fact, I was in it when my son passed away. In the lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. And then that place got shut down, and my mom had passed away. In the lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. And then after that, I was okay because I was fresh out of therapy. But then as time went by, I started feeling that, man, I need to talk to somebody again. But the mental health system is so messed up right now that you can hardly get into a therapy or get a psychiatric doctor. So I'm very grateful that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me the opportunity to, you know, seek help and get the help, because all help comes from Allah. And He gave me the means, which are the doctors that I have and my therapist. And alhamdulillah, having a therapist is so good for me right now, because it is like she helps me to realize that I am doing way better. I'm doing good, and that I need to stay on these pills, right? And the pills that I take, alhamdulillah, as I spoke in my last video, I was reluctant, but I wasn't that reluctant because I have a friend who's been taking his pills for over 40 years. That alone in itself speaks volumes. So I take, that medicine. And for me, it works. And I'm not saying this that, oh, this is for everybody, but this is for somebody who, if you've been trying to do it your way and just, be with no medicines and think that you're fine, or been on medicines and stopped and think that you're fine, I've been there. And I'm telling you that that don't work. And it makes life harder on yourself and the people who love you. It's really hard. And we thinking this is just normal. This is normal to have these thoughts all the time, or worry, or whatever the mental illness may do to you. But it's not normal. You can have a normal life. But now that I'm having this new life, which I believe is new because it feels new to me, because I'm used to what I was used to. And there's times that the shaitan, a'udhu billah, and my nafs, my inner self, tells me, oh, you don't need those pills. You was better when you wasn't taking pills. You could do so many things. Look at you. Now you're struggling. Da 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 da. I mean, the voices, not voices. I'm not hearing voices, but the thoughts that I'm having, my inner thoughts, is just crazy. But alhamdulillah, with my therapist and my family, reassuring me that, look, you are 100% way better than you were before. Don't listen. You just have to make a schedule, make goals. And that's what I'm here to tell you guys. Don't limit yourself to the now. Don't limit yourself to, this is how I am and this is it. This is how I'm going to be, and everybody else have to deal with it. No, broaden your mind, broaden your heart, broaden your goals to want to see, maybe there's something better that can make my life a little better out there for me. Because a lot of us, what we do, will self-medicate, right? Do drugs, do alcohol, do acts that, we think is helping us, but it doesn't, because once those things leave your system, you're back to square one. I've been there. And so I just really, really, want to tell y'all that it's nothing wrong with seeking help when it's needed. It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with getting a therapist. Now, I would say when you get a therapist, you have to find one that fits you. Not all therapists is going to fit you. And that I can do that in another video on steps on how to go about, seeking out. You don't have to just settle, right? You can, but I warn you, the times that we're in, like, mental health care is really at the bottom right now. It's very hard to get one. So you have to learn how to make the therapist or your psychiatrist work for you. Not just, oh, they're just, don't tell you nothing, or you have to know how to ask questions so you can get the answers, because you might have a therapist that really don't talk, or just wants you to talk, and you want some skills. You got to ask, and hopefully they're not, lazy, and will look up skills for you or whatever like that, and give you good suggestions. With the medications, a big thing that I was going through was my psychiatrist was trying to always make me want to take other pills, not make me want to take other pills, but was trying to push other pills on me that I'd have no interest in. And I see them on the TV, these pills, and all the serious reactions that it can do. And I still have myself in me. It's just that I've gotten better with dealing with things, talking and communicating and processing things, right? So I said to him, I'm perfectly happy with the pills that I have. There's nothing wrong. And he had a issue about it cause weight gain and it can cause all of these different things. And it's like, my friend, if you see my friend is very skinny. And she been taking them pills for over 40 years and she didn't gain no weight. It's up to the person to have this self discipline to not eat every second or eat everything. It requires self discipline. That's where I'm at, right now. And I want to let you know that when you're dealing with these professionals, you have to be professional also and know what do you want. If the pills that you have is not working, or you feel like it's a high dose, or whatever the case may be, you verbalize it and you speak up for yourself and try to and tell your doctor, I just really want the best option for me, and hopefully they will work. You don't have to just, be settled, right? Some people take shots that psychiatric medicine is shots that you won't have to go but once a month or every 3 months or something. That is good for you. Okay, if that's what I had needed, if I didn't have this pill and I had that option and it worked, then that's what I would have been doing also. The different medications, there's different things, but you find the one that works for you. And if you're getting good reception about how you're doing and how easy it is for people to live with you or live amongst you or be in your life, then take that as a sign. you know just take everything one step at a day. Take a step back and really think about your life. Really think about things. And, you know, pray. Prayer is like the best thing in the universe. Be sincere when you're praying, and because then when your prayer gets answered, you're able to accept it and you're able to act upon it. If you're not sincere or just doing it because everybody else is telling you to do it, hopefully the more and more you think about it, then you become sincere and want the help for yourself, you know or even if you did it for your loved ones because they're telling you, and you say, okay, fine, whatever, I'm going to give this a try. And then you start seeing the changes, or you seeing that people can live around you, then take that as your open. I just ultimately wanted to come over here and say that nothing happens on your time. Whatever Allah willed for you, it's going to hit you, and it's not going to miss you if it's meant for you. And if it's not meant for you, then it's not going to happen, right? So, like, all these years of me living life the way I've been, it wasn't up to me. It wasn't my time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knew what time is best for me. And now I am benefiting from being patient and trying to be patient and trying to be sincere and wanting to live a better life. So I just wanted to come on here and touch bases with you guys. I hope that there was something in this video that resonates with you. And, be patient with your family members. It's not easy, but be patient with them. And just keep on trying to suggest, and advice. One thing that we don't like is when, people say, oh, you need to get some pills, or you need to go get some help. You have to find a better way to present this to a person, because that's not the way. That just puts up defense mechanisms for us, and then we become combative about it. You can use subtle language, or just be a support and talk about somebody that's been through the situation, or whatever the case may be. You can use me, and be patient and be kind, and be understanding and supportive. That's all I wanted to say. I hope that this video is a means of benefiting somebody. I think I'll just leave it there. And till next time, I come with another video. I don't know what it's going to be about. If you would like to know how to go about, seeking a therapist or psychiatrist that will work for you, let me know. I could give you some tips on that. And until next time, I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for your patience and supporting me. And until next time, Assalamu alaikum.